Hello guys, it is Shivam here. Welcome to part where we are developing the e-commerce app. You can also say a online shopping app from scratch with admin panel using Flutter and Firebase. On this series, we'll cover setting up Firebase as a backend, user authentication, order tracking, payment processing, and many more. So do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button so that you won't miss out on any of the upcoming videos we upload on this series. Now let's get started. We have made the complete UI for our login and sign up page, and the user can directly move to the signing and sign up page easily by clicking to this sign up text from here, and they can easily navigate to these two pages while creating the account in this shopping app, or you can say e-commerce app. So if you haven't watched all the parts on this awesome series where we are making the complete e-commerce app from the scratch, I will paste a complete playlist link in the comment box so that you can directly move to that e-commerce app playlist and can refer all the videos that we are uploading on this series. So now today we are going to upload. Basically, we will allow the user to sign up in the app and directly move to the home page. In our last part, we have also connected our Firebase with our Flutter app. So our Flutter app is already connected with a Firebase, but before moving to the Firebase, I need to add some packages from the pub so that we can access all the Firebase functions in the Flutter app. So let's move to the pub, and here I will search one of the most important package, which is Cloud Firestore, so that we can upload the data to the Firestore, not Dire Store, Firestore. So I will write Cloud Firestore and we'll move to this package, move to the installing and copy the package from here, and let's move to the perspec.yaml file and we'll paste it over here. Now we need to also paste some of the packages like Firebase core. So we'll write Firebase core. So here is the package. We'll move to the installing again and we'll copy this package from here and we'll again paste to the same file, which is perspec.yaml file. Now Firebase core is done, Cloud Firestore is done. Now our third package will be Firebase auth. So this package will help us to access the authentication in our Flutter app, because we are going to use a email authentication. So we'll copy this package and we'll paste it over here. So we have added three packages here, which is Cloud Firestore, Firebase core and Firebase auth. And if you are facing any this type of error, like it's telling that there is some version error or anything, just do one thing, just remove these versions from the package and it will take a respective package according to the Flutter version you are using. So here you can see that our all packages have run successfully and there are not any errors. And now let's move to the main.dart file and we need to add some of the functions here, because we need to connect the Flutter app with a Firebase. So do not forget to write these commands, because it will be one of the most important commands. Otherwise, it will again throw the error that Firebase has been didn't connected with your Flutter app. So we'll write widgets Flutter binding dot ensure initialized, and we'll write await. So to write await, we need to write async over here and we'll write await Flutter, not Flutter, sorry, Firebase dot initialize app. Yeah. So these are the two commands that we need to add in our main.dart file. So here it is done. Now let's move to the signup.dart page, and here now I'm going to add a complete backend for our signup.dart page where the user can enter the email, I mean the name, email, password, and they can click to this sign up button and can directly move to the home page. So here first I'm going to write a string which will be a name,
a email and the password. I will tell you the reason why I have wrote a three strings over here. For an example, if the user have entered their name, so I think so we need to change the hint text from email to name. Yeah, this is a small error. Yeah. Now, for an example, if the user have entered the name like Shivam and have entered complete name like Shivam Gupta, now I want to use this name in the authentication. I mean, I want to store this name in the Cloud Firestore. So to get the name that the user will enter on this text field, I need to write a text editing controller over here. So I will write text editing controller name controller equals to new text editing controller. Text editing controller. Yeah. And we'll do same for the email and the password. So I will just write mail and the password. Now we need to pass all this command in a respective text field. So I will simply move down, and here on the name I will write controller and will write which is name controller, for the email which is mail controller, yeah, and for the password which will be the password controller. So by this command we can easily handle the text that the user will enter on the respective text field. So here it is done. Now let's move, and here I will create a global key. So if you have followed my other series like e-commerce app, I mean the food delivery app or the quiz app that we have made before on this channel, then you already know the use of global key over here. So if not, I am repeating it again. So basically the global key will help us to check the state of the respective text field. For an example, wait a second, yeah, for an example, if the user have forgot to enter the name, they just enter the email and they enter the password and they try to sign up in the app. So what form state will do that, it will check the state of this respective text field, that if this text field is empty. So for an example, if this text will be empty, then it will frequently show the error that kindly please fill this text field, and then you can sign up in the app. So by this way we can make our app really better and user friendly app. So now let's move, and we need to do one thing. We need to change a text field to text form field so that we can check the form state. So I will simply write form over here, and we'll write again here for the password, I think so, for the name too, yeah. Now we need to wrap up a column widget with a form widget, and we need to pass a key which will be the form key that we have just created above, I mean this key, yeah. So now let's move, and we need to pass a validation in each text form field, so that I've just told you now how we'll check the validation. So I will write validator and will get the value. So if the value is equals to null, or it is empty, then we'll pass the text. So I will write return, please enter your name, yeah. And if not, i I mean that if the user have entered the complete name and everything, we'll just pass a return case, and in the return case we'll just pass a null. So here it is done. I think so we can remove a else part from here, because you can also write else part over here, or if you want to remove, you can remove, because if it will be null, then it will simply return this text, and if not, it will pass a null. So that's a same thing. So I will copy this validator case again and will paste it over here. Yeah, and we'll write please enter your email and for the password. So I will write password. Sorry, password. Yeah. So we have passed a validation for each text form field. Now we'll create a function name which will be registration, that will be called when the user will press to this sign up button. So here I will write our function name which will be the registration. Yeah. Now this, now we'll write async, and if password is not equals to null, or you can also pass if name is not equals to null, and email is not equals to null. So our each string is already null, but don't worry, I just show you how to pass this text to this respective string in the sign up button. I'm just writing our registration function for now, and I will use a try catch so that I can catch the error by using the try catch method. And to the try catch we can also pass a respective command, like for an example, if the user have used the email that they have already entered here before, then we through the catch we can catch that error and we can pass the text like this email already in use, and we'll write user credential, and I will write user credential equals to await Firebase, we'll call a package, and sorry, not this, Firebase auth, because we are using a authentication, and we'll write instance dot create user with email and password. So here it is done, and we need to pass a null check. Yeah, and it is done. Now once the user have successfully, I mean, create the user account with their email and password by this function, we'll show the text that the registered successfully. So we'll use a snack bar over here. So I will write scaffold messenger dot of context dot show snack bar, and we'll show a snack bar over here. So I will write snack bar, ah, snack bar, snack bar. Yeah, now in the content we'll pass a text, and we'll pass a text you already know, registered successfully, yeah, and here it is done. Now we can also pass a styling to this text. So I will do style, text style, and will increase the font size. If you also want to provide a different color or a font family, you can also do that. It's totally up to your wish how creative you want to make your app. Now in the snack bar I will pass a background color which will be colors dot red accent. Yeah, so here we have wrote a complete function for try. Now we need to catch the error. Yeah, so I will write on Firebase auth, not auth, exception will catch the error. So I will write catch, and we'll write if e dot code is equals to weak password. So we'll check that if the user have entered a weak password by using the catch method, and we can frequently pass the text that password provided is too weak. So I will simply write e dot code is equals to weak password. So if the user have entered the weak password, we'll again use a snack bar to show the text, or you can tell a toast message, and we'll write password provided. Yeah, provided is too weak. Yeah, done. Now the second case, which will be else if e dot code equals to email already, not this sign, yeah, already in use. Yeah, so we'll check that if the email is already in use, and we'll again pass a toast message and we'll paste it over here, and we'll write account already exist. So we'll write account already, yeah, already exist. Spelling is correct. Yeah, I can make a mistake on spellings, though you can say a good skill in writing a code, but I'm not good at grammar, so sorry for that. Now let's move, and we'll move to the sign up button, and in the sign up button we'll first wrap up a center widget with a gesture detector, and in the on tap method we'll check the validation that I have told you before, and if all the validation will be true, then we'll move to the registration function. So we'll write if form key dot current state, and we'll check that validation. So we'll write validate set state. Now I will show you the use of the strings I have wrote over here, and through the text editing controller, now I will pass the text on this respective string. So I will write name controller dot text, and I will frequently get the text that the user will enter on this text field. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Now we'll write email equals to mail controller dot text, and the password will be the password. Yeah. Password dot text. Now once we have passed all the text to the respective strings, now we can move to the registration function. So I will write registration. Yeah. So here it is done. So I think so it was very easy, because I have explained you each and every function that I have used in the signup.dart file, and you already seen that it is nothing to remember on the code, because all the function are already written. You just need to call one by one. There is nothing to remember. Everything is already written in this Firebase, so it is very easy to write a registration function in the signup.dart file. So here it is done. Now we need to run the app. So first I'm going to move to the, if you are using the iOS emulator, let's move to the pod file, and we need to change the our platform iOS version to 13. Now we can run the app in the iPhone emulator. So if you are using the iPhone, then you need to do this command from the pod file. If you are using Android, then you don't need to do anything extra. I have already told you what all things I have done. And if you are facing anything errors like while running the app in your Android device, because I have received lots of message from the subscriber or the viewers in my Instagram ID that they are facing the error to run the app in their real Android device or in Android emulator. So I have suggested them all to first follow the barber booking app series, or you can say a complete video of a barber booking app, where I have shown you each and every error that can be solved when you are running the Flutter app for the first time in the Android real device or an emulator. So you can just follow that video, and I have seen that by following that video, many of the viewers have solved their errors, and if you are facing that error too, you can also solve the error easily. Now let's move, and we'll simply run the app. So I need to go to the terminal, and I will just write flutter clean over here. So write flutter clean, Now Flutter run to run the app. So we'll write Flutter run. So it will take some time to load the app in your iOS device if you are running the Firebase for the first time. Our app has launched successfully. Now here you can see that we have to enter the name. So I will just write here Shivam Gupta and I will just provide some random email here. So I will write shivam123 at the rate gmail.com and the password. Now here you can see that our password is not in the secure form. So one thing you can do that, let's move to the password text field and here I will just write off secure text to true, and by making it true it will show me the password in the dotted form as you can see here. Now when I'll tap to this sign up button, so our registration function will be called, and sorry, I think so we need to push the user to the home page. So we need to pass a navigator function over here. So I will just write navigator dot push material page root context, and we'll move the user to the bottom nav, and through the bottom nav will direct the user will directly land to the home page. So we'll call a bottom nav page over here. So here it is done. So let hot restart it again. Now here I will write the name again, which will Shivam Gupta, and the random email and the random password. Now I'll click to the sign up button. So our sign up button is not working because I have just realized that in the Firebase we have didn't on the email authentication from the authentication section. So sorry for the small mistake. I think so I have now I'm getting habit of making the app with a mistake. So sorry for that. Now let's move to the authentication and we'll click to the get started button and we'll move to the email and password, and we need to enable email from here. Now click on save. So our email and password has been enabled. Now our authentication section is done and we can now authenticate with a Firebase. So let's now click to the sign up button here. So as you can see that we have registered successfully and we have directly land to the home page, and here you can see the home page, and our authentication is also working brilliantly. And in the users you can see that I have just used this email to sign up in the app. So our sign up page is working brilliantly. So this is it from this video. On our next video, I will make the backend for our login page and will add a complete email authentication in our Flutter app, and will also add the products from the admin panel. So we'll also make the admin panel in our next video where I will show you how to add the products from the panel, and that products will be directly shown in the home page, and through the Stripe gateway the user can buy that respective products, and that order will be also shown in the admin panel. While I have noticed that many of the viewers or subscribers are loving our videos but haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button, because this will help us to make some more amazing content on this channel. And secondly, it is totally free. So let's hit that subscribe button down below and be a member of this awesome Flutter community. Until then, keep coding, keep having fun. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.